How we're doing, Nick, NK Sports Podiatry here. So we have Philip with us, one of our patients, and we're just going to have a quick chat about what Philip's going through at the moment. He's still not completely back to where he wants to be, but he did rupture his Achilles tendon, so it's still always going to take a while. So Philip, talk us through about how you come to see us and how things are going so far.
Okay, so back in March playing football, I ruptured my Achilles tendon. Typically I decided to ignore that injury for a prolonged period of time. About 6 weeks later, during that period, I got a recommendation for yourself and the clinic. And I came in on a Friday evening for an assessment, a free assessment that Nick does, consultation, at which point we discovered that it wasn't just a tear, it was a full-blown Achilles rupture. Because it was a delayed rupture, obviously then reported to hospital where it then became a neglected Achilles injury, requiring a substantive surgery. So I ended up having what's called a VY lengthening, which is where they lengthen the tendon, making it a bit thinner. So 2 cuts essentially, and then reattaching. So it's quite a severe. It's resulted in a prolonged recovery time and a bigger scar. But here we are, week 13. I came back to Nick when I was put into the boot at about week 7.5, week 8. And we're now 4 weeks into our treatment.
So what we started with post-op, surgeon got Philip in a boot and basically put a raise in the boot, so progressed it so the heel was off the ground and gradually titrated it down. And then out of the boot, then last week we actually took the boot away completely. And got you walking, didn't we?
Which was I was a bit nervous. I wasn't expecting to be out of a boot at week 11, because it was week 11. We're just about to go into week 13. In that, by all accounts, for the injury that I've had and the procedure that I've had, that's actually quite early. But I think that's down to good range of movement quite early on, week 7, week 8, under control, obviously your direction. So I think we're a little bit ahead of the game, really, which is good.
And you've been using the Compex muscle stimulator.
Yes.
Haven't you? Good fun?
Yeah, great fun, and a really good piece of kit. And as well, we've proven tonight, having just done some calf measurements, I'm pleased to say that I think we started off about 1.5 centimeters less on my ATR leg, and now I think we're looking at about half a centimeter to a centimeter out. But that's in the space of such a short time, bearing in mind we haven't really even fully touched on strengthening the calf muscle, just using the machine and some very basic strengthening and range of movement exercises. I think it's pretty good.
Well, it's getting that. And then what we've also done now, to make sure that I measure in the same place every time, I've marked where we've measured down from the knee. So we'll keep those calf measurements going to see if we can get that back to left equals right. So we'll let Philip go now. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Nick,
for doing this.
See
you next week.
Can't recommend him more than enough. Thank you very much, Nick.
Good.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.